Dear Aunt Wendy, hi, how you doing? So, this last summer, I think, I promised to send you a video of how I make tea. And that's what I'm doing. So, what I'm going to do first, well, wait. First thing, I am making some of my daily tea guan yin. Let me see here, show you a little bit of it, see if that works. So, looks good. Okay, so I love this tea. It's relatively inexpensive for me. I get a pound of it for like 60 bucks. So I mean, there's better teas out there, but for everyday drinking, I can, buy a ton of this stuff, drink it every day, and not feel like I have to save it for important occasions. So I'm first gonna make some tea for myself, and I'm gonna do it more or less quietly, and then I will go through the steps of what it is I'm doing so that you can see. Okay, well, I'm going to talk about this part. I am heating up, I'm reheating my water. Actually, I'm going to be using boiling water for this. I am using a gaiwan to brew in. It's basically a Chinese lidded bowl. One of the purposes of the bowl is you can use this lid, kind of tip the lid back, and you can use it to pour out your stuff into your cup. There we go. Okay. Let's that's good. Good tea day. You may remember there was not much in the way of leaf in this gaiwan when I first put it in. Now take a look how full it is. So let's talk about the steps that you saw me go through. First thing I did was I poured some warm water into my gaiwan here. This is my brewing vessel. The point of that was to warm the gaiwan up. I then poured the warm water into my fairness pitcher through my strainer. It was just water. I didn't need to actually strain anything, but I'm also trying to warm up the strainer. Short version is the water you saw me pouring was basically to warm up all my teaware. Warm up the gaiwan, warm up the pitcher, warm up the cup. That was just water. I discarded that into my tea tray here. I put the tea that I already measured out. It was about 8 grams for this gaiwan, into the warm gaiwan. I kind of shook it up a little bit. I wanted to warm up the leaves so that I could smell the leaves. What I'm doing here is called gongfu brewing. And the whole purpose of gongfu brewing is to take time to enjoy the experience. Which means I'm going to take time to smell the leaves when they're warm and dry, when they're wet. I'm going to smell the liquor. This tea stuff here is the liquor. So that's what you saw me doing at first. You then saw me pour some water into the gaiwan. I only put in enough water just to fill up the gaiwan half full, just enough to cover the leaves. I then discarded that. That was not tea. That very first time I poured water onto the leaves, that was not tea. That's what's called a wash. The whole purpose of that is to wash any dust off that might be on the leaves, and to start the leaves opening up so that they can develop their full flavor. You then saw me pour more water onto the leaves. That was my first infusion, and that's what I'm drinking right now. Oh, that's good. I'm using boiling water for this. By the way, the tea I'm drinking is Iron Goddess Taiguanyin. I got it from an online seller that I've been buying this tea from for many, many years. It's actually one of their cheapest grades of Taiguanyin, but I buy it because I can buy a pound of the stuff. And like I say, I can drink it every day and not worry about it. Okay, it's now time for infusion number 2. Putting this tea strainer back in my fairness pitcher. Let's make sure the water's hot. I really need to get a new tea kettle. I would like one where I could just set the temperature and hold the water at just under boiling. And I gotta get my computer to stop timing out. There's gotta be a way to do that. Alright. How are you doing, Wendy? I'm having a good tea day. Okay. 6, 7, 8. Those leaves are getting really expanded now. I'm trying to smell the lid to get the flavor of the aroma of the tea, because right now this tea has just had hot water poured in it, and if I try smelling this right now, this exact moment, all I'm going to get is a nose full of steam. Better. So one of the websites that I get my tea information from said that there was a story or a saying in China that says you give the wash to your enemies, you give the first infusion to your wife, and you keep the second infusion for yourself. Generally speaking, the second infusion is what they say is the best infusion. The whole point of gongfu tea is to take time to enjoy the tea. It's not something you should rush through. It's it's not so. How can I put this? There is this perception in the West that gongfu tea is a formal thing. It's not. It's at least according to some things I've read, it is the way that most people drink tea in China. The purpose is not to rush through it and get a caffeine kick. It's to enjoy the lead, to take the time. Best if you've got a couple of different people to drink it with. But other than that, I mean, it's take the time, enjoy the tea. But I'm not going to sit here and make you watch tea. I'm probably going to get 3 or 4 more infusions out of these leaves before I'm done today. But drink tea, drink good tea, no more tea bags. Thanks, Wendy. Let me know what you think, and I will do some more. I should probably do another video on what actually the gear I'm using here is. I'll make that my next letter to Aunt Wendy. Love you, Aunt Wendy. Bye-bye.